Hi you guys, this is Allison. I am hanging out in my space to craft. I've been doing a little organizing. I probably won't post that video yet, but I did a little more work on my ephemera, putting some things away that I had pulled out, and I organized my brads and my buttons and my wood veneer. So a couple of those I'll post as just very short videos here and there, but I'm ready to craft. That's enough cleaning and sorting. My scrap room is still a mess. I'm very lucky to have a huge scrap room, but it hasn't forced me to be super organized because it's so big and I have it to myself. So there's a lot more cleaning and sorting to do, but I'm here to craft. So this is one of the page kits that I put together to finish out my cruise. This is a beautiful picture of the sunset from the ship, and that's what I want to scrap. The only paper I pulled for the page kit was this one. I didn't spend a lot of time going and searching for scraps and stuff. I did spend some time pulling ephemera in this colorway, and so I have a bunch of that to play with. It's obviously going to be a very simple page. In the meantime, to make this pop, and there is white on here, so I will probably do a thin white matte on this. And then I pulled this out of my scraps. It's a basic gray from a basic gray paper pack that I bought. And so I love adding a little look of texture to this paper since it's pretty smooth. And so I'm just looking at it and trying to decide, do I need the white on there? Do I like it, or do I want it just with a nice big wide border? I mean, the white makes it pop, but I'm not sure you need the white if I'm really going for, though there's a lot of white ephemera. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and mat it. I'll use repositionable tape if I decide I want to remove it from the white and just use this basic gray orange paper. I will revert to that. I also pulled out this scrap. You can tell I got a little ink on it from an Echo Park paper. This is from Summer Dreams Echo Park. It's border strips on the back side. So I'm sacrificing those fun border strips for this beautiful sunsetty picture. But I like that paper also. So we'll see if I want to maybe cut a tag out of it or something like that to go with this. So let me go off and cut off the zip strip, mat this at least twice, and see where we come back to. Okay, you guys, I matted this. I'm okay with the white so far, especially since there's quite a bit of white on my ephemera. This was from the back of the zip strip. I cut it and thought maybe I can cut it into some smaller pieces and do some little fishtail banners to try and differentiate this paper down here. So that's a possibility. And let's see what we have in the way of ephemera. I'm not going to ink anything on this. I don't think it's necessary. I do have a little bit of these. Some of these are a little bit sticky. I just need to decide, oh, that's pretty, what I want where. So we've got the sun up here, and that's why I had it sort of pointing down toward the picture so that it wouldn't everything be weighted to this side. Let's see. So I've got two little voiceover areas in this video. where I've sped up to 3 times the speed, just because it takes, you know, I spend a lot of time auditioning these pieces on the page. I'm trying to create a diagonal. I did make a tag out of that one piece of Echo Park paper, but I'm going to end up doing some fishtail banners there in the top corner. And then it'll end up with 3 basic ephemera areas, embellishment areas, and then you'll see what I do to sort of tie those together at the end. But I make sure that I've got 1 or 2 florals in each. I think there'll be a wordy bit and a leaf in each of them. So here I'm just auditioning things, trying to figure out where I want things, and they do change when I go to glue things down just a little bit, but not too much. So I'll just let a little bit of music play and come back at you with real time when I'm done futzing around with all this ephemera. Okay, just a few last touches as I figure out where all this goes. And then I will glue it all down off camera, so you don't have to watch that process. I just sort of scoot everything out of the way and then try and keep its integrity and where everything is located, and then start gluing from the bottom up. I do put quite a few things on dimensional tape, and so you'll hear my voice in real time now-ish. Okay guys, I'm back. Everything is stuck down. It's time for those finishing touches. And I usually do enamel dots. And indeed, I have the perfect enamel dots from Echo Park Pool Party. They have the turquoise, they have this beautiful yellow, and this peach. I may add some, but I'm gonna start with some sequins. So I have a variety of different sequins. I've pulled those out, and I think I'm gonna sprinkle some here and some here and see what happens. Oops. I'm just going to drop them, and whatever falls in place, falls in place. I'm going to move them, you guys. I always do. All right. That blends in too much. All right. So I have a few more to place. And I think that, and I have these teeny tiny ones, which are kind of fun. So let's see where that gets us. And I think that maybe I'll just focus on those instead of the enamel dots this time. I've been using a lot of enamel dots lately, and I think I would like to do something a little different. So we need a couple more tiny ones up there. All right, I have my little pickup stick, and we'll add those as we go along. All right, there we have it. It will need to dry a bit. Let me get my pin back in. All right, so here's another page. I think it's beautiful. I love the color combination. So I have some tickets here. This is popped up. A little sprinkle of fun. This word piece is popped up. The title is popped up. Double matted. So remember, this was basic gray, and these two are Echo Park. These are, I think, from Bella Boulevard, Island Escape. I've got all those beautiful sequins. So please give this video a thumbs up, you guys, and come back for more.